Good Sunday afternoon, y'all. It is kind of stormy here, kind of wet. Alright, let's see. We have a temperature of 67. It's raining. It's soggy, like soaked bread. I hope you have sunshine wherever you are. Now, HBO did a special on Chernobyl, which is what I'm going to talk about instead of headline. I remember being in 7th grade and hearing about Chernobyl. The question was, can the radiation dust travel here in America? The answer is, duh, yeah. It's just gotta get caught in the east or westbound wind, and it went everywhere once it did. Now, it also made me think about Fukushima. As we all know, that has been a disaster. One disaster after another and another. You talk about radiation poisoning. It's terrible. And that's not the first one in history to happen. A nuclear accident. So-called accident. First of all, there's no such thing as an accident. Just a second. Alright. Seriously. This geoengineering is killing my sciences. With the pollen and everything in the air. But what got me thinking about Chernobyl, Fukushima, 3 Mile Island, and Love Canal was Sergei Spunitkov. He grew up in Ukraine, Kiev, just west of Chernobyl. And he talked about what was like, I'm going to give you a link, his page, his channel. Please let him know I sent you. But he grew up with this over there. I grew up hearing about it here. And he talked about how the radars for the U.S. base, naval base in Scotland, their sonars, their alarms, were going nuts. The bases in California, or naval bases, their radars were going crazy. You hear the sirens constantly going. Now, I grew up in Arkansas, and we didn't hear these things, okay? My dad and I would watch Peter James on Saturday and Sunday evening, because that was really the only time he was home, and I could have time with him. So, it talked about that, and then he told me that the ones in Scotland went off because the westbound winds pushed the dust west. And the ones in California went off because the eastbound winds pushed the dust over east. All across China, India, and all over there. Right into California. Now, people freaked out over this one before they started buying iodine pills. Iodine pills, what it does is it protects your thyroid gland from radiation poisoning. Well, I don't have to take it because I don't have one to worry about. That's one less pill I gotta worry about ever taking, okay? But, Sergei Spunitkov really broke down one thing that the HBO Chernobyl did not cover. And it did not talk about how when anything bad happened, they would play classical music. Now, when he was in elementary school, they had 3 general secretaries in consecutive die in office. They were all old. They were sick. Brezhnev had been in office since Nikita Khrushchev got pushed out. And then when he died, there was 2 more that followed him, succeeded him, that died. And then Gorbachev came in. Gorbachev was in his early 50s, okay? So I'm sure when the people over there heard the classical music coming on April 26, 1985, I'm sure they probably thought, oh God, here we go again. Of course, his thought was that Gorbachev was so young. Because he thought that since they played that music, that Gorbachev had died. I have to pause you again. Alright. I'm having problems with my sinuses today. This crazy weather. Anyway. Everybody. Now, I didn't know about this growing up. That anytime anything bad happened in Russia, they would play classical music. His dad had a shortwave radio that would pick up Voice of America, Voice of Europe, that would tell them what was going on. Oh my God. He talked about something. I'm going to give you a link, because he explained the whole situation with the iodine that was mixed with rubbing alcohol that I didn't know about. So go over and listen to him. But this made me think about all these so-called accidents that have happened and how the media covers them, the angles they take. He talked about all the media was state-owned. Well, we're facing the same thing right here. We got one group of people who own all the media, whether it's newspapers, TV stations, radio stations. They all own it. And they are always affiliated with Council of Foreign Relations, trilateral commissions, and these think tanks that guide policies that aren't really in our interest. So, our media does not discuss anything until it goes through the censors. They get guidance from the government on how to talk, how to present something. It's really no different than what Sergei had in Russia, being in Ukraine, but the whole country was called Russia. And for those of you who don't remember Soviet Union, I'm gonna give you total quick crash course in this, because I got some things I need to do. There was one country, Russia, okay, Belarus, Lithuania, Latvia, all these in Ukraine, they were states, like a state, like Michigan is a state. They were treated as a state in a country. So that's really how they were. Each one had its own capital, but Moscow was head of the table. That was the patriarchal chair of the table. Now, my phone keeps giving me these oddball. I'm just gonna flip it over. Now, when we start talking about all these so-called accidents, I've seen a video that Florida Marquis did. I'll add that on to the links. But the Pentagon is using bats to spread Ebola. They've been working with bats because they seem to have a really strange immunity to all these diseases. They seem to be able to just carry them without a problem, without being affected. Whereas a dog might be affected by the Ebola virus, bats seem not to be. Back in this, I think he said 50s or 60s, they actually tried tying bombs with time delay on the bats. It's insane what this government does. So anytime I hear of an accident in government in the same sentence, there is no accidents with the government. Everything is done on schedule for a purpose. Whether it's a nuclear meltdown to see how we react, or to force us to move out of an area so they can take over it. Whatever it be, it is done with a purpose in mind. And we don't necessarily... Okay. By the Constitution, we have a right to know. Okay? Let's just say that much. We do have a right now according to the Constitution. However, it has been generations since they've used the Constitution in the way it was supposed to be used. To the point that I think my daughter's generation probably will see it just wither away. And her great-great-grandkids, they probably won't even know what the hell a Constitution is. It probably won't even be talked about. Anyway, I just wanted to share that the main fear here in America after Chernobyl was, can it spread here? And the answer is yes, it can. No matter where it happens, it can spread everywhere. And has. I will see you tomorrow.